disclosure. Sober disclosure. Breezy's a slut.
And we like it in the butt.
Are you or someone you know looking for support in recovery? Taste Recovery is your go-to directory for sober resources. Whether you're searching for treatment centers or sober living communities, Taste Recovery connects you with the right tools and support to help you on your journey. With a user-friendly platform and a comprehensive list of resources, Taste Recovery makes finding the help you need easier than ever. Start building your path to a healthier, sober life today. Visit tasterecovery.com to find the resources that work for you. Taste Recovery, your first step to a lasting positive change. Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Jimmy.
And we are
Sober
Disclosure.
We're here with Mike.
Nope.
What's his name?
Brett.
Christian.
Brett.
We're here with We're here with Christian. No, Brett. Oh my God.
Damn it.
I forgot his name.
He does this every time.
I swear to God, I
It's
really forgot his
crazy.
name. Okay.
I think it's a bit at this point.
It's all good.
I am here with Brett. A carpet munching pimp from Huntington Beach, KKK White Pride.
Oh my God.
What did Sam tell you?
Am I lying?
Yeah.
She said you're really good at sex and you have a huge penis.
Oh my God.
But then after she said you're a really good dad and you're a great provider.
And then Jimmy said, I don't care about that.
That's I literally just said that. I said, bitch, you're boring. Why'd you send me boring shit?
So you made up the rest about Huntington Beach and the
No,
KKK.
I just heard he was
I
from
mean, all
Huntington
that's
Beach.
true.
That's why, and he has
that part
the
is
mustache.
true, you're KKK?
I mean,
You
have
had to
seen
be. If
Huntington?
you're white in Huntington, you had to be, or else you would get killed.
Yeah, but you're not anymore.
Hmm?
Huh?
Was? No.
No. Never.
No.
Not currently.
No.
Okay.
He's with Sam.
You gotta do
Isn't
it-
Sam Persian?
Like, what you got to do is.
What
like,
is Sam? I don't know.
She's Cambodian and Thai.
She's a Persian?
Some people think she's Mexican, so you never know.
I thought she
Wow.
was Mexican or Persian.
Interesting. That's a cool mix. I like that. I think she actually did tell us that on the podcast. So Brett is Samantha's husband. You can go back and listen to her episode before listening to this one if you would like to hear both sides of the story, because apparently one is a liar and one is not.
And Samantha's the episode where she didn't want to disclose what she said in the meeting. Boring.
What?
Remember? She's like, I can't say it online.
Oh yeah, but then she told us and the tea was hot.
It was good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad for her not to not tell us.
But you don't want to get in trouble. You
Oh,
don't want a
that's true.
defamation lawsuit,
Yeah.
which she could have easily gotten. Do you know the story that we're talking about?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so anyways, Brett or
Yes.
Christian or Mike.
Mike.
You just threw out some white boy names.
From Huntington.
That's right. Yep.
Makes sense. How much time sober do you have?
7 years. I will have 8 in January.
Oh my God, me too.
Really?
Shut the
15.
fuck
The
up.
21st.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
I love that. And Samantha has 9.
She has 9.
Okay. And was this your first time getting sober?
No, it was probably like the umpteenth time.
Did she
Umpteen.
molest you when you had less than a year?
No.
Oh,
No.
Take advantage of you.
I know, right?
Probably wish she had.
No, you guys were already together.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
you were.
relapsed. Remember in her story?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
He relapsed and she found his heroin in the box of tissues.
Yeah, she's like a fucking bloodhound, man. I
Yeah.
tell you, she can sniff out
hmm
pretty much anything.
I can relate,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, she's really good.
A woman's intuition is gnarly, and it's like I know something's wrong, and I'm gonna find out whether you tell
And
me or
you know, and you still do it anyway.
not. Yeah. I mean, you guys were together 2 years. Like you.
I had 22 months. We got together when I had like 6 months and she had 4,
Hmm.
I think. So,
Wow.
then-
You guys are one of the like actual success stories.
yeah, everybody thought that we were going to take each other out. Mainly that I
You
was
had
going to get
6
loaded.
months. You had 6 months. She had 4 months.
Yes.
Wow. And you had been in and out.
Countless times.
And-
Since, I mean, So my sobriety date's 2018, right? And I went to my first treatment center in 2008.
Mm-hmm. And was that your pattern? Was to get sober and get into a relationship?
It was the relationship, the car, the house, the everything, and then tear it all down again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just repetitive.
Mm-hmm. Rinse, repeat,
Mhm.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah, that's what it was. Interesting. And somehow you made it work this time, which I absolutely love. That is really why we started this podcast, is because you hear all these rules in 12-step programs, and it's like, you can't do this or this or this or this because you're going to get loaded. And truth be told, like, you never really know what someone's journey is supposed to look like. And so I'd love to like kind of get into all of the patterns before this time and how you still managed to stick around and stay sober.
And
Regardless.
how you were under a pimp and he pimped you out.
Wrong, but a pimp did find me passed out. Yes. Yes.
Wait, is this real?
Yeah.
100%.
Sam told you this?
Yeah.
You were a pimp?
No.
I found pimped him. I
was-
a pimp found him.
Yeah, I was passed out behind the mortuary off of like First and Grand in Santa Ana because I was homeless at the time. So I was shooting dope, ended up passing out while taking a piss. And so like pants are down, shit's everywhere on the floor, like all around me, you know. So I come to and there's this fucking black guy standing over me and I'm like, what the hell? I thought I was going to get robbed, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, get up, you just passed out. Like, fucking man, pull up the pants, let's get to it, you know. And
Get to it.
he ended up having a few girls that, you know, he ran the street with, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of followed him around for a little bit, and he was like, hey, do you want a place to stay? And I was like, sure, that'd be great, you know. And so basically, like, in return, I was just next door to the girls while they were doing their thing, make sure nothing weird happened.
So like security.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So if anything did happen, I would go over and, you know, cause a ruckus.
Ooh. Were you getting paid or just like in drugs?
All the above.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
I would do that.
Fun stuff. It was wild. I mean, you think back on some of these things and I'm like, what the
Did any of the guys ever want to do it with you?
No.
Boring.
And now
Because
you're
they
a
never really
father.
saw me.
Oh, you were just secretly back.
Yeah, so it'd be like a conjoining room, and I would just be on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Half the time I was fucking passed out, so I don't know. You know
You
what I
were
mean?
really helping.
She's like,
you
help,
I was
help.
trying, but you
Brett's
know,
like,
it's really hard. Bad habits, man.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy though to think about all those moments and be like, I'm literally someone's like dad now. Like,
Yeah.
I am a completely different human being because of this program, and like,
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever tell your kid that story?
Someday.
I would.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything.
Yeah.
Like, they'll know that my get down was I like heroin and smoking crack.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Mhm.
my thing for a long time.
yeah.
I got tricked into doing meth.
Everyone says that, and I don't believe them.
I borrowed a spoon from somebody, a good buddy of mine. Didn't know what was the residue was on the bottom. That was that. But my body
And then you literally got hooked.
loved it. Yeah, because I had always been like, that's dirty. I'm never doing it. I don't like it. I like Coke, sure. But when it came to meth, it was more or less like, you know, I'm more of a downer.
Mhm.
So once that was introduced to my system, though, then it was kind of game over.
Yeah.
But it was weird because I could fall asleep too. Unless I did
Do you have
too
ADD?
much.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
So like heroin would keep me up all night, and meth and Coke would kind of calm me down, and I'd be pissed because everybody would be talking and, you know, coloring in their coloring books or whatever they were doing. Do you have a coloring book?
No, but I would wait for people like you to pass out so I can start touching you.
Oh my god.
Steal your dope and touch you?
Yeah. Pull your wiener out, stroke it, steal your dope, and leave.
That sounds right.
Jimmy, I hope we don't get arrested one day.
I talk. You know what? We have cop clients, and I tell them all this stuff. They're like, I don't care what you say. We have no
jurisdiction.
Yeah,
over
we
it.
can't do anything unless someone comes forward and has video. And I said, okay.
You're like, well, I've already been on all the episodes of this podcast talking about it, so I've
No, like
already
the
admitted
person.
guilt. No, I know, but like if the person came forward, you
But
literally.
I don't say names. That could have been anybody.
Yeah. There's so many Jimmys,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
Jimmy's touching Jimmy's, you know?
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Okay, so what was the longest you had sober before these 7 years?
That 22 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before that, it was, there may have been a year, possibly. Mainly like 9 months, 6 months. I think I got 18 months once. Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
so
it's a
scattered.
blur, yeah.
Oh.
So what was kind of like the get down? Like what was your pattern like before these 2 long stints of sobriety? What was, if you look back and you can see what you were doing in those times versus what has now worked for you?
Because like I always knew that I had an issue.
Mhm.
That was
Not the problem.
pretty fucking clear.
Self-knowledge.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty clear for me.
Mhm.
What to do with that, and the guidance and the suggestions that I was given, that's kind of where I was like picking and choosing. I had always been against God, against any sort of religion. I had always looked into pretty much every single religion to try to see like, okay, at least I looked into it, but deep down I knew that there was always something, but the whole religious aspect just kind of turned me off and just shut me down with that.
Yeah.
And so for a long time, like I had a sponsor that was completely agnostic, hated everything about religion, and I was like, perfect, this is cool. And
Wow.
he's been sober, probably like 40 years now. He got sober when he was really young,
Dang.
and I mean, he was a solid dude, super solid, and he had. He wouldn't outrightly say it, but he had his own kind of conception of being of sorts, in more or less terms. But he was the one that kind of broke my guard down a little bit to try to like really say like, hey, you might just want to like stop hating so much and just focus on trying to see something.
I'm still confused about people that are in the program that are agnostic and all that. Like I feel like what you just said, he didn't believe anything, but he did believe in something. So I'm always confused about, okay, do you just want to be different? So I don't know.
It's like they believe in like the existence of something, but nobody can prove it. I think, right? Something like that.
Okay.
It's in the book, and I can never remember, but it's either like there's no proof that God does exist, but
There's also no proof that God doesn't exist.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Okay.
You can finger mind fuck that one all day long.
Literally.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was doing for many years, was just like, mental masturbation at that point. It was just kind of like, well, there is, but there isn't. I'm not going to pray to one because there is, but it's not.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah. Really
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like mean or anything. It does like just thinking over and over like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a thinker, and I'm pretty logical and black and white, and so when you get into these gray areas, it kind of sends me over the edge because I'll just start, sitting on it and just keep thinking and thinking, and I'll think my way right out.
Yeah.
And that's what you were doing every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it always resolved. It always revolved around the conception of a higher power. That's where your pattern was, you think?
I mean, between that and honesty and people that I chose, to hang around. I mean, I would go back to the, what do they say, the barber shop, and
you're eventually going to get a haircut.
Yeah.
Do you remember specifically having reservations?
No, never. Never. I went to my first treatment center, and I specifically remember like being like, everything's off limits, and I know this, like I know I can't drink, I don't really like to, but I know that what that leads into, you know. And I always knew what everything else could lead to. So wanting to do it again, and maybe if it was subconscious, then I just didn't know it.
Mhm.
But not a conscious thought. No.
Yeah, you weren't sitting there going, well, at least like when I get married, I'll drink or
No, I really wanted like to stay clean and sober. I truly did. It was just a matter of
not being able to.
or how willing was I to go to stay, you know, clean and sober.
Yeah.
Not so willing.
So where were you at? I want to talk about both of those last two, the sobriety now and the one where you got 22 months. What happened that led you to that first stint of getting that 22 months? And what do you feel like was different?
Man.
Because your relapse was really short, right?
This last time, yeah.
Yeah.
So the most recent one was like 3 days or something. I
Yeah,
think.
that's really short.
Yeah. And instantaneously, I knew that wasn't the play. I was, you know, I was like, this isn't what I wanted. I had a taste of the really good life because I was putting in effort, you know, into the sobriety and doing what needed to be done. And so in my mind, I'm like, this isn't good. This is not what I asked for. This is not how I thought it could be. And how I got to that point, I honestly don't even really know, other than I was just like, well, let's go get some heroin. And then just kind of like ran with it, you know? So at that point, something really wasn't solid, you know? And I could never really pinpoint things other than maybe it was something I just didn't tell my sponsor at the time or didn't do, you know? I don't know.
So you were still in the program, doing everything, being of service.
Yeah, that was a common pattern too, was like being in the program and then just getting loaded out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, like I got arrested for stealing a car right after a meeting.
What?
Yeah.
So would you say you were on the fence every time?
Let's see.
There was a mental blank spot.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. Like people say that their car just went to the liquor store.
Just like your first time doing meth.
Like,
mental blank spot.
Right, yeah, it just happened. You know? And it would just, the thought would come and there would be no defense.
There's no defense.
There's nothing.
So you left a meeting and you went and stole a car.
I mean, I got arrested
really
for stealing the car.
I would like to hear this story.
I didn't really steal the car. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we lived together. So she had the car. I did not, because my car was, something happened to it because the previous time I got loaded, right? So I was like, hey, I'm going to use her car and go up to Fullerton real quick. I'll be back. She was like, okay. And she knew what I was doing. I wasn't happy about it. So I believe she called her mom. Now, her mom hated my guts completely. She did not like me whatsoever. Both Sicilian, too, by the way, so it's not fun. And she ended up calling the cops, telling them that I was armed and dangerous and that I'd stolen her car because it was registered under her name.
Wow.
Her daughter just was driving it. And so I passed the 57 and Ball Road, I believe, on the freeway. And all I remember is when I went under the underpass, there was no cops around me. And when I went through, and when I came out the other side, there was like 12 cops surrounding me in the helicopter. Yeah.
How do they know?
They were following me forever.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, and they just didn't light me up yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like 3 a.m. I'm off of like Lincoln and
But you
Rio
weren't
Vista.
high.
No.
You just left a meeting.
No. Yes, I was high. Sorry, I was trying to think, like, because the way that they found me was I ended up coming back to my apartment, and
After the meeting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like, well, I didn't go to a meeting. This was like way later in the night.
Oh.
So the meeting was like early, right?
Okay.
But I remember, so I went to Fullerton and came back, got my drugs, got high, came back, and I was coming down my street, and the cop was coming more, towards me, and I was passing him. That's when they saw me and how they knew. So he never lit me up or anything, but I went out to Main Street, made a left on Chapman, and went right to the freeway. But by the time I got to Ball, there was plenty of cops. It was like half Orange, half Anaheim, because the jurisdiction that I was in.
Yeah.
And the best part was my buddy had his sobriety birthday that night. He had like just gotten home from like In-N-Out or something, and so like months later when I got released, I was talking to him and he goes, "That was you on the side," and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Oh, he saw you.
yeah." So
Oh my gosh, especially on his sobriety birthday.
yeah, so we were dying. We still laugh about it.
Yeah, because it's like the dichotomy of the situation. Like that's where I could be if I wasn't celebrating my birthday. And that's my buddy right there.
And he's always been a really good friend. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so then what was it like right before that time that you got 22 months?
Oh man. I was in and out of jail. I think I had just done like a pretty long stint because at that time the jails were really overcrowded. So they were sending people kind of like in every which direction. And I don't know. I think it was like a parole violation or probation violation that and plus like another drug offense. And so they gave me like 22 months, I think, something like that. And so I did most of that. I think I did 20, something like that. But as soon as I got out, it was the same thing. Because by that point, the pattern was get out of jail, don't talk to the PO, get high, life moves on, keep going. But this time, I believe I went back to my parents' house and just kept stealing their shit. And I think truthfully, it was like a cry for help, but just not wanting to like ask for it. You know, and it was I think it was my mom's watch that really got it. You know, I pawned her watch at some like pawn shop in Westminster, you know, and that's when I got like pretty much a phone call from my buddy that was my sponsor at the time that said, "Hey, your mom knows what you're doing. You know, she's telling you like either you can do this or you can, you know, she's going to press charges and you can do that." And I was like, I don't want to do that again. You know, like
I just got out.
Yeah, and I was getting really sick of getting used to being in the system. You know, being a number and dealing with the bullshit politics that you got to deal with. You know, and doing that whole thing. It's not my forte and it's not my deal.
Yeah.
You really got to like fake it to
survive,
pretty much, you know. and so I was like, all right, well, what's plan B? You know, Salvation Army, Paris, which is like
the city, Paris.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which is like
hot
and just smells like cow. You know, it's like. It's not fun. It's not a good place. It's not. You're not eating baguettes in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Perris.
Yeah.
Not the good Paris.
Yeah.
Not PA.
And so I ended up getting, you know, shuttled out there from my sponsor / buddy at the time, which was how I met Sam.
Was through that sponsor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Not on the bus.
No. But I remember I showed up and on the lawn in big like 7-foot letters it says Jesus is Lord in bright gold, and my first two thoughts were I'm gonna burn this place down or I should run, you know.
Yeah.
And that was legitimately like my thoughts. And then I kind of took a deep breath and I think I smoked like 12 cigarettes probably. And was like, I'm just gonna give this a try, it's worth it, why not, like what do I have to lose, like really nothing at the moment. You know, because by that point it had been countless years of just back and forth, in and out of, you know, jails. So the first week was rough because it was Easter week. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Christian religion, and this is like more of like a fire and brimstone type where they're very strict, very regimented. So like when it was Easter week, which was like 2 weeks after I got in there, we were going to church like 3 times a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was like morning, noon, and night, and for me, I'm like, just kill me, you know.
Yeah.
But I ended up sucking it up, you know, just doing what I was told to do, which is it's more behavior mod, not so much recovery based. It's more of like behavior modification, which was good for me because I needed kind of just to like kick me, so right back and like this is where you need to go type of thing.
Yeah.
And then the recovery could come later, which it did because I think after like the first month or so, they started introducing like groups, in the program and had people come in for panels and that sort of thing. And then you could go to meetings after 3 months with, people that were alumni or whatever, that had been there before. But I kind of dove in and really dug my heels in. Not because I wanted to argue with everybody, with like these pastors and stuff, but I kind of did because, like I was reading the literature, which is the Bible and things. And I'm like, there's a lot of things that contradict itself. There's a lot of things that I'm like, you're saying one thing, but it says this, like, is that it's just, and at first they were kind of, I wouldn't say mad, but just kind of bothered by all of my questions that I had. And then they realized like I really wasn't trying to fight them on it. I was actually legitimately just trying to understand because that's how I saw it, you know? And so once they kind of grasped that concept, then it was more or less pretty open communication with it. And it taught me a lot, I'm still not religious at all, but I do respect and agree with some portions of it for sure, and there's a lot of good things that can come out of it.
Yeah. Out of the program or religion?
Religion. Yeah.
Well, now you could help someone that struggles with that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that being in the Salvation Army and all of the church stuff helped you at least help you figure out your own conception of a higher power?
100%. Yeah. Because it broke my guard down enough to where I was willing to actually squarely look at some sort of something, and for me, I think it was really good. Some people I don't think would last a day in there, just based off of how it is and how it's structured. If you don't, like, if you can't wake up or you don't work or that sort of thing, like you're kicked out. Like that's it.
Wow.
Because you're basically working to stay there, and it's kind of
like volunteering.
Yeah, essentially. But you're like pretty much a slave.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
Sweatshop.
Yeah. Interesting. Where did they have you work?
Anywhere that they see fit, essentially. So like I started in the warehouse where I was like sorting clothes with these Hispanic ladies that were hilarious.
Oh my God.
And
because it is like a food pantry, everything. People come get food and clothes.
Food, not so much at our location, but they had, like, unless we did a food drive. But there was a thrift store in the front of it. So like there was always stuff coming in and going. But I mean, shit, I saw Gucci bags come through. There's jewelry, all sorts of stuff, which, you'd see a lot of this stuff come through and immediate thought is like, oh, I can steal this.
Pawn it.
Yeah.
But as much as I wanted to, I knew I'm like, no, like that's gonna just drive me down the wrong road, because klepto over here, I used to love to steal everything, didn't matter what it was,
Yeah, yeah.
And so I really tried to like stay true to that, and I did, but I saw other people do it, and then they didn't end up getting kicked out because like they'll metal wand you on your way out of the warehouse every day.
They got kicked out?
Yeah. Or they'd find it in like the room because like
you
can't. I mean, metal detectors only get certain types of metal.
Yeah.
Not like the good stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it was very strict, on like how they did things. But from there, I was in there for like a month, and by this point, it was like April, May. So it was like May. It was getting really hot, and I'm in this unair conditioned warehouse, second floor, just no breeze, no nothing, just and then you have all this stuff that people are dropping off.
And it smells.
And some of it's clean, some of it's nice. You could see some of it comes from Temecula, and the other side comes from Hemet. You know what I mean? and then you have like a sheet with like dog shit and leaves in it. You know, they just drop whatever.
No.
Mm-hmm. So it was pretty eye opening.
Yeah.
Um,
But you learn to schedule.
Yeah, and I'm a routine. I'm
Yeah.
a routine person.
Yeah.
I like structure.
Mhm.
So in that environment I kind of thrive.
Yeah.
You know, and then I got upgraded to the kitchen, so I was
Just
the
like
head
jail.
cook. Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to go back to jail, but
As long as I was in there at 3 a.m. and did my job, I was done by like 9:30, 10.
Damn.
And then I had the whole day to do whatever I wanted to do, which really wasn't much, but you know, at the whole
Did they let
day.
you leave?
At that point, I could, yeah.
Okay.
Because it had been like a certain amount of time.
Okay. How long did you stay at the Salvation Army?
It's a 6-month program.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it's all men, or is it mixed?
That one was all men. The one in Anaheim, I think, is
Co-ed.
co-ed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you had never done a program like this before? Like treatment, sure, but
I've been to
nothing
the
like
Rock
this.
Center.
Rock Center's the same thing,
And
kind of, right?
Yeah, and they kind of do the same thing. I just
Is
didn't.
it a 6-month program?
I think it's 3 months at that
I
time.
thought the Rock Center was just detox.
That's what it is now. It
Oh,
used to be
okay.
off of like Brookhurst and 13th Street or something out in Garden Grove. But this was like years ago. Probably.
I didn't know
over
they
a decade.
changed to just detox.
Yeah, now they took over the old Stanton Detox
Mhm.
of Dale and Catella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was actually where I went this last time to detox. I didn't really need a detox, but I needed to get away from the situation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Wow. Okay. So, you finish up the 6-month program.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately meet Sam right when you get out.
I mean, I got out in September and we started dating in like November.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I was like, the math doesn't add up on 6 months and 4 months, so I'm trying to figure that out. You know?
Yeah.
But
It doesn't have to be exact.
yeah, it was
Something along those lines.
It was the time. But the sponsor that took me to the Salvation Army, / friend, he ended up sponsoring this gal who ended up sponsoring Sam, and then that's how we all kind of met. You know,
He sponsored a girl.
yes,
Who
woman.
sponsored? Okay. who
Yeah,
sponsored
she was an older gal.
So you
Okay.
guys are incest.
Pretty much, yeah. But not anymore because I mean, there's none of that. You know? He ended up turning out to be this big old POS, and she ended up being just fine. She relapsed, but you know. So there was a lot to unpack with that story. But yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like a whole facade. He was faking the whole thing. Ended up stealing like a shit ton of money from the business that I worked for that my buddies were partners in, and it was the whole thing. Yeah. But Sam and I met out of this whole situation.
Because of him.
That was the point,
silver
you know?
lining.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, and he was your sponsor at the time.
At the time, yeah.
And was he giving you advice? Because I know we heard from Sam about what her sponsor was telling her about the relationship, but what were people telling you to do in regards to that decision?
They weren't really telling me anything on what to do.
I think the men's side of things are not as crazy as the women's side of things, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And they were just basically telling me like, hey, you're probably going to get loaded. Like your past will tell you this, you know, you get everything and then you get high. And I'm like, probably, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know.
But I have to do it to see.
And I really liked her. Like I was really into her and I'm like,
yeah,
let's fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that was like probably like the best decision I ever made because
nice.
Of just what it turned out to be and what it is and the person that she is, and, you know, the person that I've become because of her.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, she plays a lot bigger of a picture than I think she knows in my life and my sobriety this time than I think she realizes.
Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, she always pushes me to, to be like my better self. She sees attributes in myself that sometimes I won't see, and so she pushes me to like do, the out of the comfort zone stuff.
Like come on the podcast?
That, yeah, because this is not like my forte whatsoever. I pretty much just got railroaded in that one, but I wouldn't expect anything less. But that's the stuff that I really like about her, and she just kind of keeps me even keeled, you know what I mean?
I love that.
Focused, really.
Yeah. When you guys first started dating, were you guys going to meetings together?
Yeah, we were going. She was going to a lot of meetings because she wasn't working at the time, but she was doing a lot of community service. For I don't even remember what it was for. Something with stealing, probably.
You guys both like stealing.
Yeah.
Were you those couples that always held hands and touched each other in meetings? So annoying.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
When I look at them, I'm like, you're probably gonna get loaded.
Oh my God.
And that's what everybody said.
Yeah.
But
Which, fair enough, you did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
100%,
you did.
yes.
Yeah.
But
So,
we did not. She
correct.
did.
Yeah, she stayed sober through it. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay, what was there? Okay, so then you end up relapsing 22 months in.
Yeah. I was just shy of like 2 years.
Wow.
I think it was 22 months. It was really close.
And it was a 3-day relapse.
Yeah.
And
I remember the thought came to my mind, and fucking, I don't, how like drug addicts' minds work.
And then you're there.
Yeah. But like it had been a while, so I didn't know where to go anymore, And so the best next thing is what? Craigslist, It's like, oh.
I fucking knew it. Dude, that's so gay.
That was it. No.
That is gay.
You
to
went
find
on
drugs on Craigslist.
Yep.
You're so lucky you're alive.
I know.
Oh yeah, and then like that was when like fentanyl started to like get introduced to the society, and that scared the shit out of me because back in high school like we would have fentanyl lollipops all the time, but this is like a whole new animal. It's not medical grade for one, and it kind of people are not normal like how they would be on fentanyl.
Yeah.
If it was like the real deal.
Yeah.
So that kind of scared me as well.
So you end up relapsing. She ends up telling you, she finds it, and she is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she was pissed because she was like, she was making breakfast that morning, and it was a really good morning. And and let me just fuck it up, right? And I know she asked me about it, and I probably denied it because that's like my go-to is just deny first, and we'll figure it out later. But like I said, after the first time that I got loaded again after that, like I knew this wasn't the jam. I knew I wanted something different. I knew that I would have to do something like a detox or tell somebody or something. You know what I mean? So like, the thought was already there of like, this is going to happen. It's just a matter of like when,
And there was relief when she caught you. And
yeah. Panic at first, of course, because it's like, no, like, got to do one more.
Yeah.
Right. But no.
And so what, you called your sponsor, people in the meetings, you went to a meeting?
I don't even think
right after
all of that.
All of it.
I don't even think I told my sponsor yet. I think I called the detox, and she drove my ass over there.
Oh, nice.
And like
she's like, you're done.
Checked in, and that was that. Yeah, it was pretty much like, this is gonna happen, or like I'm gone.
So how does a couple navigate that? Like, you go to detox, and then what? You go into treatment, or you go to sober living, or you go right back home?
I went right back home.
Wow.
Yeah, because like I had been to so many treatment centers.
Yeah.
I've been so
You know what to do.
I've been halfway houses. It didn't matter. Like you can put me in wherever,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter. Or,
Mhm.
if you have the knowledge, you have the experience, it's applying it,
Mhm.
and if you really are to that point, like I was, where, I was willing to do it this time and fully surrender and completely give myself to this for that life, you can do it anywhere.
Mhm.
So then did she like drug test you, or you guys just had like an understanding like you have to trust me? Did you guys talk about any of that? Like
I
how
don't
can
remember.
she trust you again? Or did she just trust you right away?
Definitely didn't trust me right away.
Okay.
We still have each other's like locations because of it, because of that whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I have Damon's.
that's been a carryover. I'm trying to remember if she did drug test me. I can't remember.
Okay.
She might have. I know I was willing to
To
participate.
do whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we immediately, she wanted to try new meetings anyways, and so she was like, well, now's my excuse. You got to go to 90 and 90, and I was like, okay, done. Like, let's
Yeah.
go. And then that's how we found like our home group on Mondays in
Mhm.
Balboa.
So she went to 90 meetings with you in 90 days too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we were rotating meetings, the ones that we'd never been to before, because we would usually go up to like Orange in that area.
Yeah.
And then we started kind of venturing more down here, and I think Corona Del Mar area and that Irvine, that sort of, and just try to find something new that where not necessarily we didn't have people that we didn't know, but it wasn't the norm.
Different formats.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it was like something was missing. What's missing?
Yeah.
Did you figure out what was missing, or
No.
you can't really put your finger on it? Does that scare you?
Today, no. At the time, I think it kind of gave me a little uneasiness for sure.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was just kind of like talking with my sponsor and friends and just being open about whatever it may have been, because like I would, the bad shit I didn't care about telling. It was like the small stuff that I would just keep close, but that was the stuff that I always build up, and so over time, then I would, end up relapsing again.
Yeah.
So it was more or less just like trying, even if it was something small and I thought I was stupid, I would still communicate it.
I like that. Not the bad stuff. It's the small stuff. That's true.
Yeah. That is very true. Even today, I still am like, I don't need it on my sponsor. That's so small, but it's like, no, no secrets.
It creeps up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like one of those things where you don't think it's a big deal, and then next thing you know, it just, it's like this big freaking thing going now.
Or it's like, just tell somebody. Like, I just don't need to have a secret. It doesn't necessarily have to be my sponsor. It's like, hey, so I did this thing last night.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to keep that to myself. Thank you. Well, and if you're working the program, like that nightly inventory, it says, am I keeping a secret?
Yeah.
Do I need to tell someone at once what's going on?
I mean, it tells you pretty much black and white exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying, and I don't want to do it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, because it just slaps you upside the face if there is something, because you're like, oh, shit, I can't run from this.
Exactly. So, how do you resonate with that version of yourself 7 years ago? Do you feel like you're a completely different person now, or do you feel like, I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I think it's because it was just my birthday, and I just like, I just can't even fathom who I was back then, and I think that that's so important to talk about, especially because we really want this podcast to be aimed at those people in their first year, and like how it doesn't make sense when you're in that space. Like, I'm going to be a different version of myself one day. Like, you can't fathom that life can look so completely different, and that like you are going to have a change. Does that make sense?
A spiritual change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, so like the 22 months and then these 7 years, right? They kind of blend together because that time was so short.
Yeah,
so
of
like,
course.
Like I didn't burn everything down one more time. So
yeah.
Like but where I started outside of the Salvation Army, like I got out and I moved in with this gal in Santa Ana, and rented a room, and just got to work and was working, to just kind of like repair everything because I had restitution to pay, I had probation fees to pay, I had, you name it, everything was just piled up. So when I look at that, my personality, I'm not as high strung for sure, because I would flip out like pretty bad. The anger was there for sure. So now I'm a little bit more calm and not as reactive. But like the personality of like being communicative, right? Like out of my whole family, I am the most outspoken one probably around. My sister's really closed off, due to a lot of what my actions were. She is just unwilling to kind of go down that road and reopen up the conversation
To this day.
Yeah, and I've talked to her in a way of like, hey, I'm here. I would like to talk about X, Y, and Z, but when you're ready, just let me know, type of thing. And then we've just kind of left it at that. So she's more reserved, and my dad has opened up substantially since. Because my mom and my dad started going to Al-Anon like years and years ago, and so us three communicate really well.
Yeah.
And then, like, then those three do. You know what I mean? Like separately, but like as a family unit, not so cohesive. And I can see it from today just because of the dynamic.
Yeah.
So going back to your question, like my personality and that sort of thing, and I think is pretty much the same. It's just what my reality is today versus what it was. Like I don't have as much debt. There's still debt to be paid because,
but good debt.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not renting a room anymore. Like I'm living in my house
Yeah.
that we bought. Those sorts of things, like my registration's paid. My license is new or is current, I should say. Everything's in good standing. Although I did get my first speeding ticket, like
the first one.
Yeah, I've never gotten a ticket. That was my cleanest record, man.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I've gotten more tickets sober than I had ever in my life.
Yeah, I was so bummed though. I was really bummed. But
dang.
Yeah, traffic school it is.
Oh, I just left it. I just paid it.
And I'm doing traffic school?
Yeah, because I don't want it to affect.
Because you don't want it on your record.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, dude, if I can clear that, then why not?
Yeah, they are so annoying. Ugh, yeah. Okay. Well, last question.
Dang,
Doesn't it go fast?
It goes by fast.
I know. It's the worst.
You like just scratch the surface.
It's the worst part. I know. That's.
The first year.
Yeah, the first year. But you had multiple first years. Okay, so what was one piece of advice that you heard in this first year that you have kept with you that kind of kept you going forward? And I think it was something that you said before we started filming.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't this first year.
That's okay.
It was a carryover first year.
That's okay.
Because I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
I just heard first year. Which was go where the love is, not where you think it is.
Which I love that.
Well, and how does that look like for you?
There was people that I'd cut out.
Okay.
And not talk to, and then full circle, my wife goes to a meeting and sees them, and and they ended up messaging me and was like, hey, I think I saw your wife at a meeting. I'm like, oh shit, you're sober again. Like, cool, right on. Those sorts of things,
nice.
Yeah. So you go where the love is,
mm-hmm.
not where the.
You can go with pain, heartache, terrors, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, like the more spiritual you get, the easier it becomes to spot where the love is.
100%.
Yeah.
And get rid of it, the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like life is so beautiful and magical today that it's like, I know for myself, I'm like, I just don't need that in my life anymore, you know?
And I don't know if for you, it was like, it was hard for me to cut kind of like that fat off at first.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Because I'm like, no, what am I missing? You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then it's like, no, there's more important things.
Well, and when you're still sick, like the chaos seems really fun and exciting.
Yeah.
So I was like, do I have to cut it off? Are you sure? I kind of really like hearing all of this. But
No.
well, thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
coming.
Thank you guys.
Especially
Appreciate it.
considering he literally left work early all the way in Santa Monica to be here.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
you have a child.
Two
Two childs.
childs.
Which
Two babies.
one of them woke me up bright and early.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
gonna
I don't know
go,
how people do it. You're gonna go to your home group.
You're gonna tonight?
Oh.
Yeah, he has his home
Oh,
group
I
tonight.
thought you're gonna get down with Sam. She said you're the best munch boxer. That's what she said. He's the best munch boxer.
It's the mustache.
I literally just pictured Sam riding your face. I swear to God. I did.
One of her friend's husband was like, "That's not a mustache. That's a pussy saddle."
Pussy saddle.
Oh my god.
And from then on, I swear, it's
That
not.
is funny.
It's not.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that
We
either.
got Brett here, pussy saddle. Oh my God, I should have said that.
You should have told us that beforehand.
I know.
Now we're mad at Sam for not giving us that little
I
tidbit.
know. She wanted to be all about her man and all positive things.
Yeah.
I'm
Look
like,
at this
you're boring.
pussy saddle on
I
his
know.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We love you. I am Breezy.
And I'm Jimmy.
And we are
Sober
Disclosure. There we go.
This episode is brought to you by Light Salon, Orange County's premier destination for expert hair color. At Light Salon, we specialize in creating stunning custom color transformations that highlight your natural beauty. Owned and operated by passionate, sober stylists, we bring authenticity, creativity, and precision to every client experience. Light Salon.